Hi all. So let's learn some advanced English phrases to level up your confidence in English vocabulary. The first one is Nosy Parker. You can spell it as Nosey or Nosy. Now, what is the meaning of Nosy Parker? It means a person who is interested too much in other people's affairs, too much curious and inquisitive to know what other people are doing. Okay, so if for instance you could say, hey, my neighbor is such a nosy Parker. The second phrase is knee high to a grasshopper. Knee high to a grasshopper. Now it means very young and small. You could say, hey, I met you when you were knee high to a grasshopper. If you're seeing someone after many years and that person has grown up, then you could say, hey, the last time I met you, you were knee high to a grasshopper. Next phrase is Man Friday or Person Friday or Girl Friday. All these three phrases mean the same thing, and that is a very loyal, trustworthy and efficient employee. An assistant who can do many different types of tasks, an assistant or a helper who can help you in your works. Okay, Man Friday or Person Friday or Girl Friday. So you could say, hey, I really need a Man Friday to help me in my work. It means you need an assistant. The next phrase is, it's actually not a phrase, it's a saying or a maxim. An Englishman's home is his castle. An Englishman's home is his castle. So what does it mean? It's all about the right to privacy, right to security. Okay, this statement implies that you have the right to do anything in your home and no one should interfere in your private lives. Okay, so that's about right to privacy, right to security. Okay, you can say the government should not interfere in our personal matters because an Englishman's home is his castle. The next phrase is take a pot shot. Now this phrase has got two meanings. The first is to shoot randomly, to fire randomly. You could say the hunter took a pot shot at the tiger. Now the second meaning is to criticize someone even without thinking carefully. Okay, so you could say the reporters took a pot shot at the politicians. Next phrase is tissue of lies, also called as pack of lies. It means completely false, not at all convincing. So you could say the report they submitted on global warming is a tissue of lies. Means it's not convincing. Next is a saying, it's every man for himself. Every man for himself. What does it mean? Every person prioritizes himself over others. It's being too selfish and too self-centered. It's like every person does what is best for his self. Everyone fights for his own survival. That's the meaning of this line. It's every man for himself. For example, you could say, hey, that company is not so good. No one helps anyone. It's every man for himself. Don't join that company. Next is cool it. Cool it means asking or telling someone to stay calm and stop being angry or annoyed, stop the fighting and all. For example, hey, cool it guys, stop being angry, stop fighting. Fighting is not the solution. Next phrase is shrinking violet. Shrinking violet means very modest and simple, and especially a person who hates attention. The person does not want to be in the limelight, okay? Kind of introvert. Now you could say, hey, that girl, no, she is no more a shrinking violet. She's not a shrinking violet, which means she has become someone strong. The next phrase is hard boiled. Hard boiled. Okay, it means not at all emotional, unsentimental, and all. Do you know what happens to an egg when it is boiled? It becomes hard from inside, right? The white part and the yolk, it solidifies. So same way, a person who is toughened by experience, because of experiences, he gets tough from inside. We call such people as hard boiled. Hey, that person is really hard boiled. Means he is unemotional, unsentimental, and very hard from inside, maybe because of his experiences and situations. Next is paint the town red. It means too much of fun, dancing, laughing, too much of enjoyment, okay, especially on a weekend. For example, we drove off on a car on a weekend and painted the town red. It means you enjoyed a lot. Now next is go-getter. Go-getter means very energetic, lively, bubbly, and a person who has got a positive attitude, a person who is eager for success, a person who wants success and will strive for it, will work hard for that. For example, the company specified that they only need go-getters who will be involved in the growth of the company, who will be involved in the development of the company. Every institution needs only go-getters. Next is fender bender. Fender bender. It means a small car accident, a minor automobile accident, a car accident with minor damages. You could say, hey, they met with a fender bender last night. Okay, they met with a small car accident. Next is lay an egg. Now it has got two meanings. First is to be unsuccessful, and second is to make a mistake, to fail and all. The team laid an egg with the opposite team whom they expected to beat easily, which means they failed with the opposite team. Next is, what's your poison? What's your poison? Okay, so that's actually a humorous way of asking, what alcohol should I serve? Which alcoholic drink should we serve? So instead of asking which alcohol you want among these, you could say, what's your poison? Because alcohol is toxic to the body. It is poisonous to the body. So that's a fun way, a humorous way of asking, what's your poison? So next time you are serving someone alcohol, you could say, hey, which poison do you want? What's your poison? Next is fall on stony ground. It means to be ignored or not received. For example, if you suggest an opinion or an idea or a proposal to someone and it's not approved or received, then it falls on stony ground. For example, he gave a few suggestions to his boss, but it fell on stony ground. It means his boss just ignored them. Next is showstopper. Okay, it means a great, commendable, Very impressive performance where people keeps on applauding, people keeps on clapping. You could say her dance performance, her song was really a showstopper. It means people kept on applauding her. Next is take a running jump. Take a running jump. Take a running jump is said when somebody is near to you and is disturbing you and you want them to leave, okay? When you want somebody to leave you alone, you can say take a running jump. For example, his boss asked him to take a running jump. Means his boss asked him to leave from his chamber or cabin. Next phrase is play posum. Play posum is to escape attention, to sleep or to act unconscious, to pretend to sleep because you want to escape from that person, you want to escape attention. So you could say my cat always has the habit to play posum, or my younger sister often has this habit to play posum. Next phrase is move mountains. It means to do something that is very big and difficult, to achieve something that is impossible. You could say faith in God can move mountains. So that's it all for today. For more grammar videos, homophones, synonyms, error rectification and advanced English phrases, like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned, stay updated, stay healthy.